Hello good people of YouTube, Shock16 back once again with another video, a video response. I know I've been putting quite a few of these just lately, but you know, they're doing the rounds. Everybody loves a video response, don't they? Don't they? Anyway, this one is to my brother from another mother, and that is Gashead 66 or Gashead London Retro Gamer, bloody blah, whatever he's changed his name to now. We'll just call him the G-Man. I don't know why I'm calling my brother from the other mother. He's probably old enough to be my dad. I love you, Gashead. Love you, Steve. So yeah, 10 random questions, and these are random as well. They're not really gaming related. Well, a couple of them are. So let's crack on. So yeah, question number 1: Ghostbusters or Back to the Future? For me, both great games. Great games. Films. Both great movies, but I'm gonna have to go with Back to the Future because Back to the Future I will watch all the time. If it's on TV, I will watch it. I will go out my way to watch Back to the Future. I have watched the Back to the Future trilogy millions of times, just so many times. Ghostbusters, again, it's one of them that I'll watch, but I won't really go out my way to watch the Ghostbusters. The first Ghostbusters, the second Ghostbusters, don't know. Whereas I like the whole trilogy of Back to the Future. So Back to the Future. Question number 2: Uncharted or Resident Evil? For me, I'm going to have to pick Resident Evil, but only because I haven't yet played any of the Uncharted games. I know. I do intend on doing it. I am going to pick up all the trilogy, just in case they release a fourth one on the PS4. Do you know what I mean? I'd like to play all the others first before I get the next gen one, or current gen one now, should I say. So yeah, Resident Evil just by default of the fact that I haven't played Uncharted yet. Number 3: Kelly Brook or Megan Fox? Megan Fox, as Steve himself rightly points out in his video, she is a fox, but Kelly Brook, the full package, and she's English, so you know, she's got the British sense of humour, hasn't she? I'm not saying Americans aren't, but, you know, whatever. I like Kelly Brook. Bigger tits. I'm all about the tits. Number 4, Apple or Android? I have to be Android, not really keen on being an iPhone sheep. I like to be the shepherd. So yeah, I'm going to go with Android. No, I'm not an Apple hater. If you like your Apples, you like your iPhones, so be it. I'm just an Android. I've always had like Android phones, and I just find them easy to use and stuff like that. And so yeah, Android for me. Number 5: Xbox 360 or PS3. I have touched on this in a video, a couple of videos back, that it was my gaming history video, that I preferred the Xbox 360 to the PS3. The PS3 for me was one of those that when I came off the PS2 era. Sorry, the wind is... I've got a draft in here, it keeps blowing the door open and it's doing my fucking head in. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, the PS3 was one of those that I was meant to do when, from the PS2 area, fuck me, I cannot speak. From the PS2 era, I was meant to go to PS3, and I got a 360 as a stopgap, and I ended up liking it a whole lot more than I liked the PS3. The PS3 for me was just too slow. All the installs and updates and shit like that, and the browser and stuff, oh, it just did my head in. The online gaming options, party options and stuff like that was shit. It looked brilliant on paper. It should have destroyed the 360, but in my opinion, it didn't do anything that the 360 didn't do a lot faster. So there you go. Controversial, sue me. Number 6: Blue or red? For me, I'm going to have to pick red, because if you pick red, you get to stay in Wonderland and see just how far the rabbit hole goes. And if you get that reference, kudos to you. Number 7: Omega or Rolex? So yeah, watches. I'm going to have to go with Omega. Basically just on the part that I've never owned a Rolex. I'm not really a big watch guy. I used to wear them a lot when I was younger, but I like the wrist, set the wrists free. So yeah, Omega, basically because I owned one back in the day when I was in my teens, and it was the same one that Will Smith wears in Enemy of the State, I think he wears it in. Exactly the same watch that he wears in there, but I must say, the only reason why I owned an Omega watch is because it came off the back of a lorry. That's right, it just fell off. Who knew? Who knew watches fell off back of lorries? One of those watches where you can't feel the guarantee in and send it back, like, you know what I mean? Don't come with receipts, these kind of watches. But yeah, it was the real deal. It just, you know, it was a bit hot. So yeah, number 8, Blu-ray or HD DVD. Do you know what? I've never watched a HD DVD. I know it was like a format that failed after a very short time, which probably, do you know what I mean, adds to the reason why I didn't watch any, but yeah, so I'm just going to have to go Blu-ray basically, because just by default again, I've never watched a HD DVD, so it's got to be Blu-ray. Number 9, FIFA or Pro Evo. I'm going to say FIFA, because I've never really played any of the Pro Evo, well I have, but when Pro Evo, didn't that come off the back of ISS? Because ISS, you know, one of the best football games ever made, the best, ISS Deluxe on SNES, that's a factoid. But yeah, FIFA, I enjoy FIFA 14 on the Xbox One, fucking addictive, it's a brilliant game. Yeah, it's kind of got me back into the footy games. So, FIFA. And the last one, number 10, Fawlty Towers or Only Fools and Horses. No contest if you ask me, Only Fools and Horses. Fawlty Towers is good, but they only ever made one series, didn't they, of it, I think. So it had a really short run. It is funny as hell though. You've got to love Fawlty Towers, but Only Fools and Horses is just the pinnacle of British like comedy. It's just, do you know, it ran for so many years. The characters in it, it's like, because like in the early ones you've got Grandad and you think, who's going to take Grandad's place? Nobody can replace it. And then they got fucking Uncle Albert. It's like, could they have picked any better character? Do you know what I mean? To like fulfill those roles. And yeah, it's just so funny. It's just so brilliantly acted. David Jason, Nicholas Linders, you know. Yeah, I just think it's just the pinnacle of British comedy, Only Fools and Horses. Does it matter? Only Fools and Horses as well is one of those series where you know the episodes inside out, but yet you'll still watch it and you'll still laugh, even though you've seen it a million. I mean, that chandelier episode. Everybody knows the joke in that chandelier episode. Do you know what I mean? He's now Grandad. Easy does it. Everybody knows what happens, but I bet you any money you still at least snigger at when it happens, because it's just great. So yeah, there you go. 10 random questions answered by me, Shock16, to my homeboy, Gashead 66. We'll just go with Gashead Steve. The home of the Toilet Thursday. How could I not do a response to that? So yeah, if you like the questions, do your own video response. I'll leave links below as well as the questions so you can do your own responses if you feel the need. I'll be Shock16. This has been 10 random questions. I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye.